about service and performance. RG Motorsport, the art of performance. The show started and the our orange GTR S3 was getting most definitely the most exposure. It was between a lot of cars. There was a 700 or 800 horsepower Nissan GTR there were various Porsches, there was a lot of very nice sports cars, but it just seemed like everybody wanted to get a glimpse of the GTR S3. It was a beautiful moment and I was very, very proud. The car was driven by the Stig and also by Sabrine, the German touring car champion, which she also took the car around Kalami. The Top Gear Festival was a most amazing experience and it was really an awesome feeling to have this car there. A few years back, January 1986, I started my apprenticeship working for BMW, the Stuart Bromfield BMW in those days. It was beautiful, I loved it, passionate, working on brilliant products, working on a good car, good training, German product, good infrastructure. I've got to learn a lot, I've got to see a lot, and I've got to understand how to take care of what I'm working on. Seat covers were put onto the seats, floor mats were put onto the floor, fender covers were used, the workshop was spotless. I had the background, I had a good training and a good stepping stone to start. Spent a year and a half with BMW, qualified as a mechanic, and then stayed on to work for them for a little while. Then started my own business. I am Rob Green of RG Motorsport, passionate about cars. I love motorsport. Welcome to RG Motorsport. Let me take you through our motorsport operation. Today we're going to be looking at the orange thing, better known also as vitamin C, and this is our brutal baby. 560 kilowatts and 680 Newton meters of torque. We've got a powerful machine here. Covers a quarter mile in 12.1 seconds and 0 to 100 at 4.1. This is at 5,500 feet above sea level. There's a big difference. The heart of our in-house design conversion is the supercharger. It's a centrifugal supercharger. It is not a turbo. It has a gearbox. It has an input shaft. It's turned from the engine itself. What happens, the working principle of the unit is air is sucked in as the shaft is turning. It's compressed and it's pumped along this path. On this side over here, there's a gearbox with a step-up ratio. The maximum speed that supercharger is set to is 53,000 RPM. The boost we're using is half a bar. So when it leaves the supercharger, it continues on its journey to the next component, into a charge cooler. Now here is just a loose component, it's the core. So air is forced through this way, goes through the core and continues its journey to the engine. The reason why this is here is to drop the boost temperature. Hot air is not good inside the engine. Working principle, air through this way, water through this way. The water that's pumped through gets warm. We have to cool it down. So in the front of the car, in the lower area, we fit our heat exchangers. These are the heat exchangers. They have their own pumps and then we use the water pumping through. There's a reservoir on the left and the right side of the car, on the underside, inside the front bumper. And each tank here holds 4.5 litres. So we've got all this compressed air, it's being cooled down, it's going in the engine. Now what happens is we come off the throttle, we decelerate, and you've got all this air being forced and the supercharger is still running and still compressing. We need to get rid of the air. You tap off, it draws vacuum. Dump valves open, and dump the air. Mechanical side and the finishing side. the air comes in through the kidney grills of the car, continues on its journey through carbon fiber ducting, all in-house manufactured. So the carbon fiber ducting into the air box, into the air filter housing, and into the supercharger.
Let's talk about the building of the thing. So RGM, we call it the RGM GTRS 3S, the thing. RGM required the agency for Vorsteiner. Vorsteiner is a German-owned company based in America. Vorsteiner specializes in body styling, carbon fiber, body work for various cars. One of their big trends is BMW, as well as rims and tire combinations. So what we did is we decided to build a nice marketing tool that we produce to market Vorsteiner in this country, and we ordered the GTRS wide body kit. The 3S on the end comes for a 3 Series and a supercharger. That's where we get the GTRS 3S from. So we ordered the kit. It takes 2 months to build in America, all the carbon fiber parts, the machining of the rims, etc. And the rim style that we chose was a V308. We bought the kit into the country and we moved on it. It took us exactly 2 weeks to build this wide body car from start to finish. Within building the GTRS 3, I moved into 17s panel beaters for effectively a whole week. In that week, we prepared the car, we did all the bonding of the components, and we did the spraying of the vehicle at Sabatini's. We started off by stripping down our E92 M3 that was supercharged, was a 504 kilowatt supercharged installation. Parts that came off were the bonnet, the front fenders, the side sills, the boot lid, the rear bumper, and of course the front bumper. On the installation of the body kit, on the wide body kit, there's only one component per side that is actually molded or cut into the original bodywork, and that's the rear wheel arches. They are 150 millimeter wider per side. The color that we chose was going to be our own color. So it's orange, and it's what we call our home brew. And so the whole car was first sprayed in white. Most of the components were sprayed off the car and all prepared. We then sprayed on the orange, and then it was covered in a clear coat of lacquer.
So after an intense week of spray painting the car and finishing it up at 17 panel beats, we brought it back to RG Motorsport, where we carried on getting the car ready. By this time, it was literally a week to go until the Top Gear show was going to be on. What we did is we fitted the new brake calipers on the front and the rear, which are Brembo Gran Turismo. We color coded them also in our homebrew orange. The disc size measure 380 millimeter front, full floating, 380 millimeter rear, full floating, with a 6-pod caliper front and the 4-pod calipers rear. That's pretty much on the suspension side. The brake compound that we used was a good street race track compound or pad. Suspension, we fitted the KW Variant 3 suspension. It enables us to set the car up perfectly. The ride height front, the ride height rear, and it's damp and rebound adjustable. It was a perfect suspension choice for the track. We continued assembling the car and then fitted the new rims and tires. The rims that we chose and we used was the Vorsteiner. Once we set the car down at ride height, there was very little space between the tyre and the bodywork. It really tucked in and was awesome. The exhaust system had to have a slight modification because of the rear bodywork being wider and protruding slightly further. We extended our original exhaust that we manufactured for the supercharged conversion. We did a little bit of testing, and before we knew it, it was day 0. Steve Green had the honor of being the first one to drive the car out the workshop. It was a beautiful, amazing day. It turned heads. People from all over the hood came to look at the vehicle, and it really was getting a lot of attention. I drove the car through to Kyalami the day before the show. started, and that was so we could start setting up and that. We drove the car through, and the rule was that the car would have to have a little shakedown, which wasn't a problem at all, and two of the guys from the Top Gear crew took the car around the track. At the festival, funny enough, one of the announcers named the car The Thing. The Thing wasn't a name that started off when the car left RGM's workshop. It was announced, and thereafterwards the car was then known as The Thing. The biggest challenge about building this vehicle in 2 weeks was that no corners were cut whatsoever, and the highest of quality workmanship, paints, time, curing, etc. were used. This car needed to be and is a true reflection of RGM as a company, and we are proud to put our logo on the vehicle and say this vehicle is the art of performance.